Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. So today, let's talk about the trends and issues in teaching learners with difficulty with self-care. So let's start. Many studies have found that learners with and without disabilities have a higher achievement and improved skills through inclusive education. So we all know what inclusive education is. So it helps both students with and without disabilities to do better and develop more skills. But when we separate them, it creates exclusion and makes sometimes even a teacher judge the abilities of the learners who have disabilities. No? So this leads to the students to have a low confidence and low esteem. So in this chapter, I will discuss the studies about inclusion to show its effects on different learners. To implement inclusions, we need first to understand what is the meaning of inclusion. So, what is inclusion? UNESCO Report 2016 that states that inclusive education is the sole process of ensuring that all learners share the same educational opportunities as their same age. So, no? According to UNESCO, ang inclusive education raw ay making sure that all students, including those who have disabilities, will learn in the same classroom and have the same opportunities as others. Literature which shows that inclusion is providing all educational services to students with disabilities in a general education setting. So no, this literature or this study says that inclusion means giving all school services to students with disabilities in a regular class. It also means that may disabilities ka man o wala ay pwede ka mag-school sa regular class and have the same lessons as everyone else. So the UNESCO had made clear its stance on what educational system needs to provide and according to the organization. So this is what UNESCO says that school should provide. So let's continue. According to UNESCO 2016, education is not simply about making schools available for those students who already have able to access them. No, it is about being proactive in identifying the barriers and obstacles learners encounter in attempting to access opportunities for quality education, as well as in removing those barriers and obstacles that leads to exclusion. So no, education isn't just about opening schools for those students who already attend in schools. It means finding the problem that stop other learners from getting the good education and working them to remove those problems. So what are the barriers in attempting to access quality education? So according to 2011 World Report on Disabilities World Health Organization 2011, these barriers may be classified as the attitudinal barriers and environmental barriers. So no, there are two kinds of barriers that stop from students from learning. So first is the attitudinal barriers, no, come from how people think, such as negative beliefs, stereotypes, stigma, and discrimination towards the learners with disabilities. And for the environmental barriers are the things around the schools that are hard to access, like mga unfair rules, information na it's not easy to understand, or the services that students needs but are not provided. So according to UNESCO 2017, that inclusion is the process that helps overcome barriers limiting the presence, participation, and achievement of learners. So no, because of those barriers, the attitudinal barriers and the environmental barriers, inclusion means finding and removing anything that prevents students from being present in school. No, so that all learners can join, participate, and succeed in education. So, according to Howard Albert Morgan and Conrad 2017, that there was no clear consensus that exists in the field about the meaning of inclusion. So, no, there are no single definition daw. Ang experts kay they are not fully agree kung unsa jud ang meaning ani. Kay some may say students with disabilities should be in a regular class in full time. And ang uban naman pud kay moingon sila nga naalay amount of time ang students nga naay disabilities nga mosulod sa klase nga regular class. So, no, because of this, how people define inclusion affects how they understand and apply it in school. So there are findings from a large number of research studies that shows positive effect of inclusion education as listed below. So first is higher expectation for students learning. So no, when students with disabilities are included in regular classes, teachers and classmates expect them to do more, which maka-encourage everyone and to try harder and mag-achieve more. Next is heightened engagement, effective demeanor, and participation in integrated social activities. So, no, students with disabilities take part more in class and school activities. Mag-show sila more interest and are happier sila mo learn with their peers. Next is improve communication and social skills. So, no, being in our regular classes, this helps students with disabilities to communicate better and interact more effectively with others. Next is more satisfying and diverse social relationships. So, no, inclusions allows students with disabilities to make more friends and enjoy different types of social connections. Dili lang sa mga kauban nila nga naapoy disabilities. So next, we have a better academic outcomes in literacy and mathematics. So, no, when students nga na mga disabilities kay mag-do better when in reading, writing, and mathematics when they learn in regular class kauban ilang mga peers. Next is lesser absences and fewer referrals for disruptive behavior. So, no, in inclusive classroom, kay makamake sila sa student with disabilities to feel more connected and supported so that makaless sila sa mga trouble. Next, we have achievement for IEP goals. So, no, students with disabilities are more likely to meet the learning goals set in their individual educational plans in inclusive settings. So, next, we have enhance adult outcomes in the areas of post-secondary education, employment, and independence. So, no, inclusion helps students to grow into more independent adults who are more likely to continue education and so that they can get job and live independently. So inclusion is not just seen as an advantage to people with disabilities, but also to those without disabilities. This is reflected in the findings of the following research articles. So first, develop friendship, leadership skills, and social competency. So, the students without disabilities, kay makabuild sila stronger relationship, maka-learn sila to lead, and maka-improve ilang social skills when ma-interact sila with others nga naay disabilities. Next is reduce fear of human differences and increase comfort and awareness. So, no, being in inclusive settings helps students to feel more comfortable around people who are different from them and understand the diversity better. So next, we have positive growth in social cognition. So no, students become better at understanding others' thoughts and feelings and improve ilang empathy and social understanding. So next, we have increased academic achievement, assignment completion, and classroom participation. So no, students without disabilities can maka-perform sila better academically, maka-complete sila more work and participate more actively when learning in inclusive classroom. Next is improve attitudes toward diversity. So no, inclusion helps students develop more positive and accepting attitudes towards different people. So no, next is unique opportunities for learning prejudice and equity. So no, inclusive classroom maka-give siya sa students nga give og chance to the students nga maka-understand sila og fairness, maka-recognize sila og prejudice, and maka-learn sila how to treat everyone equally. So let's proceed. According to Falvey 2004, the rationale for inclusion is also supported by the fact that no studies conducted since the late 1970s have shown an academic advantage for students with disabilities educated in separate settings. So no, studies shows that putting students with disabilities in separate special education classroom does not help them to do better sa school. So in fact, studies have shown some negative effects of separate special education placement. So no, research found that being separated can sometimes have negative effects to the students, such as fewer learning opportunities and less interactions with their classmates. In the Philippines, the practice of inclusion is being implemented by general education teachers. However, studies reveal that these teachers seems to have difficulties in its implementation. So no, regular classroom teachers are expected to practice inclusion, but many teachers struggles with it. So, according to Mega and Echavia report that general education teachers are not prepared to handle students with disabilities in their classes due to the fact that education institution. So no, this study shows general education teachers are often feel unprepared to teach students with disabilities because of their training. Their training did not give them the skills that they need. So now, for example, Mega and Echabia found that teachers are not ready to handle students with disabilities since their teaching education programs did not prepare them well. So next we have another studies by Bustos and his colleagues. So no, this shows that having just one special education course can make future teacher more positive about inclusion, but it is not enough. Although it improves their attitude, it is not this does not give them strong strategies to manage inclusive classroom effectively. So no, in short, teachers believe inclusion is good, but they need better training and more practical strategies to do it well. The study of Custodio 2019 stating that the in-service teachers or the cooperating teachers were found to be unsuccessful in preparing pre-service teachers or the student teachers towards inclusive education due to the lack of teachers' preparation. So no, according to Custodio 2019, teachers though who already are teachings are not able to properly train the student teachers para mag-handle og inclusive classroom because they themselves are not prepared enough to train the student teachers. So this study also noticed that no nga ang regular teachers kay wala sila nag-use og important strategies like mag-adjust sila sa lesson, giving extra support or mag-change sila strategies to fit sa students' needs. So because of this, it was recommended that both new teachers, the pre-service and the current teacher in service need training on how to teach inclusive classroom, especially now that there is a new policies that requires it. So, the policy guidelines on the Disabilities K-12 Basic Education Program or the DepEd Order 21-2019, for instance, integrates inclusive education in the K-12 curriculum, making inclusive education its core principle. So, no, through these policies, an inclusive education framework was adopted to provide access and participation to diverse learners. So, no, in our country today, newest education reforms aims to include students with disabilities in regular classes according to the PED Order 21-2019. So no, this makes inclusive education a main part of K-12 program. So this policy provides a system that helps all kinds of learners to get access to school and to take part in class activities. So let's proceed. So to actualize inclusion, the policy suggests strengthening contextualization of the curriculum and learning materials in school. So no, this policy kinag-recommend siya nga mag-adjust sa curriculum and learning materials para mo fit sa students' needs. So no, this includes presentation of information in different ways, like using videos with captions, mag-use ta og simpler words and larger text. So no, this tools help all the students understand the lesson and participate actively. But this also raises the questions: how diverse are the learners we are trying to support? So, to help us answer that questions, we have here the diversity wheel. So no, this developed by Loden and Rosner in 1990. This is a framework with concentric circles that shows different dimensions of diversity within individuals and institutions. So first we have the personality, the core or the center of the wheel. This represents everything unique about you, your style, your belief, your communication pattern, and your way of thinking. So, no, this is one of a kind combination of traits that makes you who you are. And next, we have the internal dimension or the inner ring. These are the dimensions you are born with and often visible and difficult to change. For example, we have the age, gender, race, sexual orientation, physical abilities, and ethnicity. So, no, these factors strongly influence how you are perceived by others and your fundamental experience in life. Third, we have external dimension or the middle ring. So, these are the characteristics that you have acquired or develop and can change over time. So, no, for example, here is the education, your marital status, your religion, your income, work experience, and appearance. So no, this dimension shapes choices you make and are often used by others to make assumptions about you. Fourth, we have the organizational dimensions, which is the outer ring. So no, this relates to your workplace or institutional roles and experience. For example, your job titles, uh, work content, seniority, and management status. So no, these factors define your place and your power within the specific organization. Lastly, we have the era, the outer part of the diversity wheel in the image. So no, this represents the macro level of historical and societal factors that influence all other dimensions and in individual's life. So no, it is one of the outmost rings, signifying that these influences are external and broad, shaping the environment in which all other forms of diversity exist. So no, so this wheel teaches us that we are not defined by any one category. Every person is a unique intersection of all these dimensions, and all of these factors, from your inner personality to the political climate of the world, work together to shape your unique worldview and your life experience. So we have here the universal design for learning guidelines, no? So this universal design is based on the idea that every learner is different and education should be designed from the start to meet everyone's needs. So no, these guidelines are organized into three columns based on how and why are we learn. So in the first columns, we have the multiple means of engagements or the why of learning. So now this column focuses on getting the students interest and motivated in learning. So this involve the supporting the effective networks or the feeling and emotions involved in learning. So first we have the recruiting interest. So this gives students choices, let them pick up tools and tasks na gagamitin nila and offer assignments that mga importante at real sa kanila. And also, this helps them na ma-ignore ang distractions. So next, we have the sustaining efforts and persistence. So this helps students to stay focused and teach them how to set their own goals, keep them motivated by changing up how the task is done, and encourage them to work together. So in the next column, we have the multiple means of representation or the what of learning. So now in this column, this focuses on presenting the information or in different ways so that all students can understand it. So this involves supporting the recognition networks or how we identify and process the information. So first we have the perception. This make it easy to see and hear, no? This offer ways to change the text, ang size, ang color and sound sa imuhang mga pictures or nga imuhang ginagamit. Next, we have language and symbols. This makes the language clear, explain difficult words into easy and symbols, no? This is to clarify the grammar and structures of the sentences. This also use multiple types of media like mga chart, paragraph to show the same ideas. So next we also have the third column, which multiple means of action and expressions, or the how of learning. So no, in this column we focus on how students shows what they know and how they navigate their learning environment. So this involves supporting the strategic networks, or how we plan and execute tasks. So first we have the physical action. So this give different ways to respond. So no, we should let the student use various methods to answers like typing, uh, speaking, and drawing. No, this is to make sure the tools and technologies are accessible to everyone. Next, we have the communication. So these allow many ways to talk. So no, these offer different ways for students to show their ideas like writing, video, or a presentation. So no, this provide tools that help them build a fluency and practice. So we have here the last part of the first column, which is the self-regulation. So now, this teaches the students to manage themselves and help them deal with the strong emotions and know how to cheer themselves. And next, we have the last part of the second column, which is the comprehension. No? So comprehension helps the students to connect ideas, provide background knowledge, and guide the students on how to find the patterns and big ideas. And lastly, we have the last part of the third column, which is the executive functions. So no, this help the students to plan and organize. This provide guidance on how to set big goals and break them into small pieces and help them manage resources and information. So our goal here in first column is the learners who are purposeful and motivated. And in the second column, the learners who are resourceful and knowledgeable. And in the third columns, the learners who are strategic and goal directed. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.